Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I will be taking this 2022 Hyundai Tucson XRT on a POV test drive. The XRT is a brand new trim for 2022 and it does look pretty good. Basically it's that adventure slash off-roady look, and there is a good amount of flat black right here on the side, even the front and back. And yeah, overall I think this thing looks very good, and it is finished in shimmering silver. But let's go ahead and take this Tucson on E drive and see how it does. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2022 Hyundai Tucson XRT, and just looks like any other Tucson from the inside. From the outside, you could definitely tell this is the XRT. There's a lot of plastics, and the rims are finished in matte black, and the rims are different than the other trims. And overall, it has a different look from the outside, but from the inside, it looks the same. 8-inch screen, does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I'm having issues with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I tried to plug in the USB multiple times and it just doesn't work. There's a 10.25-inch screen or cluster display in front of me, and yeah, overall the interior looks very good. Here is a backup camera. Backup camera resolution is not too bad. There is a down view and there is a normal view. Let's go ahead and take this Tucson on a test drive and see how it does. Again guys, this one is the XRT and there is 5 trims to choose from. There is the SE, SEL, N-Line, the XRT, and then the highest trim is the Limited. So driving this 2022 Hyundai Tucson XRT honestly drives like any other Tucson, and it feels like any other Tucson, so there's really no difference when it comes to driving. It's mainly the looks, and the ground clearance on this one is 8.3 inches, and by the way, it does add a good looking side step, and does have roof rails and roof racks as a standard features. Even those rims, they look okay, finished in matte black. So everything you see from the outside, the side steps, the rims, the thick plastics, fender flares, and the roof rails and roof racks, they're all standard on this XRT. We're gonna go ahead and take it on the highway. Where is the drive modes? Let's go ahead and put it in sport mode. We're gonna hop on the highway and see how this 2.5 naturally aspirated cylinder will do. No paddle shifters. I really wish there was some paddle shifters, but there is a manual mode. And surprisingly, this thing handles very, very good. For an SUV, it does stay nice and flat. So this thing handles very good, and suspension setup is very, very good. Let me go ahead and put it back in normal mode, and everything calms down. In sport mode, this SUV becomes a little bit more aggressive, and driving on the highway, this SUV is not that quiet. I mean, there is no road noise, but there is a good amount of wind noise, and I think it has to do something with the roof rails and roof racks. So I'm hearing a good amount of wind noise from this XRT trim. Other than that, this thing is nice and quiet. It definitely has a nice quiet cabin, but a little bit of wind noise from the roof. Anyways, this thing has a 2.5 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. It is connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and I'm not gonna lie, this 8-speed automatic transmission is nice and responsive, and Hyundai did a great job with that tuning on this 8-speed automatic transmission. There's plus and minus, so you could downshift and upshift, and it is nice and responsive. I could hear a little bit of the trucks passing by, But other than that, the cabin is nice and quiet, and seats are nice and comfortable. A nice comfortable ride overall. And it does have the nice safety features: steering assist, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring system, and emergency braking. I really wish this XRT trim had some paddle shifters, but I think that's okay. Brakes feel nice and solid, and the suspension tuning is very, very good. So it is nice and comfortable on the highway, but at the same time, it does handle very, very good. As I mentioned, it does have an 8-inch screen. I think the screen looks good. It's a good size screen, and it does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but I'm just having issues with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I did unlock my phone, and yeah, for some reason CarPlay just doesn't want to work. I never had any issues with Hyundais before. Their system is usually very good, but this is the first time I'm having an issue with CarPlay and Hyundais. There's a lot of things in the back. A few boxes. I'm not sure. I think the boxes are actually the cargo net and the tonneau cover and a few other things. But this SUV is good, handles very good, and yeah, very impressed with this. Tucson drives good, but as I said, there's a little bit of wind noise on the highway. Other than that, this thing is beautiful and very comfortable and confident around corners. Let's go ahead and put it back in sport mode. Beautiful 2.5 4-cylinder engine. As I said, it is connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and I completely forgot to talk about the power numbers from this 2.5. This Tucson produces 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque, and those numbers are actually not too bad. I mean, this SUV feels nice and light. Maybe those numbers are not good on paper, but this SUV feels nice and light, very responsive, and this 8-speed automatic transmission is very, very good. Let's go ahead and try the safety features. By the way, there's 4 drive modes. There's normal, sport, smart, and snow. And let's go ahead and try the adaptive cruise control. Steering assist is active now. And the SUV is basically driving by itself, steering by itself. It will basically keep distance between me and the truck in front of me. And it's going to give me a message every once in a while on that 10.25-inch screen to put my hand on the steering wheel to make sure that I'm actually paying attention. But other than that, beautiful SUV. The safety features work great. Very, very good safety features. Hyundai, Genesis, Kia, they have great safety features. I really enjoy driving the Kia Sportage, and the Tucson is definitely good too. But I feel like the Sportage, even the base trim, has, I think, overall a better driving experience than the Tucson. Just felt a little bit more put together, but this Tucson is definitely good. Brakes feel nice and confident, as I said, and yeah, the brake pedal isn't hard and it doesn't sink in. It's just the perfect feel. And yeah, overall this Tucson is nice. It does have the engine shut off, so when you come to a complete stop, this SUV will turn off to save some gas. Seeing out of this SUV is perfect. The windows are nice and big. This XRT does not have a sunroof, and for $34,000, I really wish it did. So yeah, that's something that I think Hyundai should have added. And this one is actually the second highest trim you could buy and for the price, I really wish they added the sunroof. Anyways, as I mentioned, the visibility is very good. Mirrors are nice and big, and they do have, of course, a blind spot monitoring system on them, and they do have a turn signal indicator on them, so that's good. 8-inch screen, nice and responsive. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as I told you. Networking, touch sensitive buttons right here on the left, a volume wheel and a tune wheel. I'm glad that there's a tune wheel, but yeah, I'm just not a big fan of this right here, the touch sensitive buttons and the wheels. Climate control is very easy to use. Here is the fan speed. Everything is nice and responsive, but I really wish there were dials and knobs and things like that. But other than that, beautiful SUV. Steering wheel has a nice design to it. It is wrapped in leather, and yeah, very good SUV. And the engine is nice and responsive. And yeah, I'm seriously impressed with this 8-speed automatic transmission. For a Hyundai, it's perfect. There is a good amount of wind noise. As I said, I'm doing 40 miles per hour, 45 miles per hour, and I'm hearing a good amount of wind noise. Again, it's due to the roof rails and roof racks, but yeah, I think that's fine. The other Tucsons I drove, I never had any issues with the wind noises, but in this one, I could definitely hear them due to the roof racks. Let's go ahead and test the turning radius. Turning radius is actually not too bad. Steering wheel is very light, so I really like that. And the thickness of the steering wheel is very good. So, very comfortable SUV. Even though this SUV has 19-inch rims, the size is 235, 55, 19, and I'm not really hearing any tire noise or road noise or anything that is coming from the tires into the cabin, so very good. And something that this XRT trim has, something that's really cool, is the safe exit warning. Basically, if you're parked on the side of the road and you try to open the door, it will give you a message on that 10.25-inch screen saying that cars are passing by or passing next to you. So just basically be careful. So very nice safety feature. And yeah, for $34,000, I really wish that Hyundai offered a standard size sunroof at least. There is some halogen lights, and I think they should have been LED for $34,000. Seating position is perfect. The seats are nice and comfortable. They do have lumbar support, but I feel like I'm sitting a little bit higher, and I can't really put the seat down more. I really wish that Hyundai would give me the option to lower the seat a tiny bit more. Fuel economy numbers are not the best. 24 in the city, 29 highway, and 26 combined from this 2.5 with 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. I really wish that Hyundai made the fuel economy numbers a little bit better. But yeah, other than that, this SUV is beautiful, very comfortable. And by the way, I completely forgot, but there's heated seats right here, 3 stages each for the passenger and driver. And yeah, definitely a good SUV. This thing is nice and responsive from a dead stop, and yeah, this thing seriously looks amazing from the outside. From the inside, it looks like any other Tucson. So I really had fun driving this thing. and I really wish that Hyundai just fixes a few things. MPGs, first one. Second thing is the roof racks have a little bit of wind noise, or they make wind noise, and I really wish they add few things like a standard size sunroof for $34,000, LED lights, and yeah, other than that, this thing is beautiful. Good job, Hyundai, for making a very good SUV. Plus, you guys have a 10-year warranty for the engine and transmission. This is finished in cloth, by the way, I completely forgot. And the front two windows are automatic and bent down. But I hope you guys enjoyed this POV test drive of this 2022 Hyundai Tucson XRT. I would like to thank Faraz and Kia Hyundai here in Milford, Connecticut for providing me this Tucson. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come and check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.